A Melbourne mathematician and two fellow cryptologists have been officially recognised by the FBI for solving a 50-year-old cryptic message written by the Zodiac serial killer. At least 5 people were killed by the Zodiac killer in the 1960s, but the killer's identity is not known. Dr. Samuel Blake is that mathematician. He joins us now from Melbourne. Dr. Blake, welcome to ABC News. This is an extraordinary discovery. Congratulations. How does it feel to be involved in unravelling this code, and what does it say?
Yeah, thank you for having me. It was such a long shot. We tried several 100,000 incorrect ways of solving the cipher, and just by chance we happened to sort of stumble upon a fragment of how it could be solved, and using that fragment we reverse engineered the entire solution and got the entire message out from the Zodiac.
So what was that all-important message that took so much work to find?
So, I mean, I'm not an expert on what the Zodiac had to say. I managed to help to get that message out. It doesn't reveal his identity. It doesn't give a lot of clues to his identity. I think more what it does is the method that he was able to use to create that cipher may help track down who he is.
And when you say we, obviously you weren't alone in this process. You worked with at least 2 other people at this point because it's more than 50 years since that message was first published. So just take us through how you worked together and who was involved with doing this.
Yeah, so David Aranchak is from the United States, and he has been working on trying to solve this cipher in his spare time for 15 years. Which is a Herculean effort. I saw some of the videos that he'd put online promoting analysis that he'd done of this cipher, and I thought they were excellent. And so I reached out to him in, I think, about March of this year, and it was sort of a way of getting through the Melbourne COVID lockdown was to play around with this in my spare time.
Amazing. And was there any special technology that helped to finally, I mean, you talked about reverse engineering when you finally found a couple of pieces of the puzzle. Yeah,
so what you can see on the screen now is a program called AZ Decrypt, which is written by a guy from Belgium called Jarl van Eyck, and that was a central piece of technology that we used. And then I used the Spartan supercomputer at Melbourne University to run some of our candidate reading directions through the cipher in order to work out which was the right direction to look through the cipher. And so it was a large problem of trial and error.
And with this, I mean, what was it that made the code so difficult to break?
It was a combination of 2 things. So it was a homophonic substitution cipher. So letters in the text that the Zodiac was encrypting is replaced with multiple symbols. But then the reading direction that we're normally used to is, left to right, top to bottom on a page. Whereas what the Zodiac did in this cipher was to write it out down the diagonals of the page. So he went one row down, 2 columns across, 1 row down, 2 columns across, in order to write it out. And trying to stumble across that correct enumeration was one of the main difficulties here.
And as you point out, this is just a step towards hopefully solving the case. It's still an active case. So how do you feel about being involved in something like this? And are you working on any further clues which might help people finally solve the identity?
Yeah, I think the chances that we were going to be at all involved in this were so small, because the chances of solving this after 50 years was next to zero. And so being able to play a role in this is fantastic. I hope this decryption may lead to, better narrowing down who this person is. But I guess we'll have to wait and see. In regards to the other 2 ciphers that he sent, we're looking at those to see if there's ways in which we can use the work that we've done on the 340 cipher to solve those. But none of that is clear at this stage.
Well, you've already made a huge inroad. It's an extraordinary effort, as I said earlier. Thank you, Dr. Sam Blake there in Melbourne, so much for your time.
So much. Thank you.